This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
We, at our last meeting, just to clarify, we made a handful of specific amendments. And then those amendments were going to be used to set up the actual motion tonight specifically. And those motions are not ready because there was apparently a miscommunication of sort of the workflow of how that was going to get done, which is probably largely my fault. But now I'm trying to figure out what we do next.
Should we maybe
what I can say is that I don't think we're going to be able to do anything tonight. So perhaps what makes sense is for us to adjourn and then talk with the city finance team and figure out what our options are for the next couple of days.
all right. Well, the next couple.
Yeah.
We have a meeting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be done by the Thursday, the 25th.
Well,
can we continue question is, can we continue a committee meeting?
well, we could just schedule another, continue.
Okay, so hang on a second. Let me think here.
I mean, I think that we could move this to the full council without a recommendation and then just vote on it tomorrow. And I think that that's what we're going to have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at our other options, I don't see any. The good news is,
because there's always a bright side.
I tried. President Denham, you had made a request if councilors had any specific additional amendments.
Yes. And so I was thinking that if there were people here or if there were counselors here tonight, if they had any that they wanted to make, then that could. I wasn't sure if anyone was going to show up today, so
yeah. I did not receive anything.
I didn't either.
So I'm operating under the assumption that there are no additional amendments. So we know the amounts. So unless anyone here doesn't feel broadly okay about what we deliberated on last week, I don't think that there's actually any necessity for a formal, for those formal motions to come out of this committee. Mm-hmm. Is my understanding, but I might need to talk to somebody and make sure that that's the case. But I can't do that while I'm up here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to. Just 1 second. So, we can send it without a recommendation, but we need to provide an explanation of why that is.
Sure. Okay. And I think the reason would be that there's just some of the specifics of the motions still needs to get worked out.
Right.
Not because we don't have.
It also sounds like there's some calculations that are still being worked out. Right. So So what we need to do is make a motion to send it back to council without a recommendation.
So moved.
So I guess that was in the form of a motion.
Sure. I would entertain such a motion and so.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so I would move to send the budget back to council without a recommendation.
The full budget.
Full budget.
Okay,
Second.
motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go chat with the mayor's team about the logistics and make sure that everything's up to date and it's good to go on that. Or do you want to say something?
Do you have mayor speak time on there, on your agenda at all?
Public speak. Oh, in public speaking.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, sure. Mayor communications is first and then public speak.
I just wanted to update the counselors on the enterprise chargeback. We had talked about at the last meeting.
Mhm.
We did come to an agreement.
Okay.
And it was it was a really involved process, and I think it was very thorough. And it did result in us getting just shy of $500,000 in additional funds on the chargeback side. So that's helpful. And that's kind of where we're trying to go. And the only other thing I would just say is, and I'm sure that the council will do as they do, but I just wanted to make sure that the counselors that aren't here tonight know that if they do have amendments, that is going to change all of the calculations, and that that's communicated to them ahead of time, just in case.
So that was communicated and
Perfect. Thank you.
See, I have a question. I know there was some, I know there was some discussion about some bargaining, and so I'm assuming that has all been
That has
resolved.
been all resolved and squared away.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
okay. And public speak.
I am Kathy Wazinski, Overland Drive. Almost forgot that part. I am astounded that we're not ready to move forward given the deadline. And if I heard you correctly, there's going to be another meeting potentially tomorrow, but that does not allow 48-hour notice. No? Okay. I'm glad I misunderstood that then. And the final vote on the budget will be Thursday, according to the, not tomorrow, because that's not what the schedule says. The schedule says tomorrow is the cell phone tower, I believe. And the vote for the budget is listed as Thursday, according to the schedule from the city clerk. 2 special city council meetings listed for this week. Yesterday. That's what I wanted to clarify because it was confusing.
So the second meeting was supposed to be if we didn't conclude everything tomorrow. So
Think the
the
agenda only has the cell phone tower on it.
I see the agenda as having the municipal budget.
Okay. That might have changed.
Well, let me see. At least the sort of plain text version of it, when I look at the actual PDF agenda.
Oh, actually, yeah, the hearing.
Yep, fiscal year 2027 municipal budget is on there.
And a second hearing on Thursday, if needed.
if needed.
Okay. Because that's really confusing for people that want to attend, because it's not clear, but I will help everybody understand.
Mike Caribou, Line Street. Looking at, again, I'm on the opening the building 5 days a week. Doing some research, there's approximately 351 municipalities in the state of Massachusetts, and approximately 20 have roughly a reduced or a 4-day work week. When I looked it up again today, I found that only Swampscott has officially been a 4-day work week. But then I did Easthampton and AR and the same thing. So maybe the AI is incorrect, but the other thing said approximately 20. So again, taxpayers every day they pay their taxes, they drive the roads, they have the ability to do that. They need PD, they can call the police department every day. They need a fire department, they can call the fire department every day. The only place they can't come every day to do their business is here. They are the taxpayers, they pay the bills. The building should be open. The second thing is, I know that when they were discussing the override passing or the override failing, that the mayor discussed budget cuts of personnel. The last time I saw that you folks were here, you cut approximately $53,000 worth of stuff. I didn't see anything in regards to personnel. So is there cuts to personnel in this budget? Or was the mayor just saying that at the time to get more people to say yes? Or that he would cut the budget or he would cut personnel and reduce staffing? He also indicated that he wouldn't be hiring, but I do see that they look to be hiring IT. So again, what's the truth? We hiring? Is there hiring freeze? Are we cutting personnel? Or was it just, oh, I need a yes vote, so I'm going to promise to cut personnel, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed behind my back. So I want to know if there's personnel cuts in this budget that obviously you weren't able to discuss tonight.
Okay, any other public speak?
I don't want to address the answer or the questions because obviously this was public speak and we weren't able to have a conversation about that. But I believe that there is an opportunity to be able to answer those questions in tomorrow's discussion. So I just want to acknowledge that just given the fact that when it's time for the public hearing, as a council, we'll be able to respond to those particular questions. So I just want to, your questions were heard, but obviously this is now public speak, so we're not allowed to answer that. So we can't answer it tomorrow.
Okay. In that case, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.